A recount of an election in Washington can either be required by state law or requested. The threshold for a mandatory machine recount is the difference between two candidates must be less than 2,000 votes and a half percentage point. A mandatory hand recount happens when the margin is less than 0.25% and 150 votes for non-statewide races. It is important to note that the state legislature and the federal government have the authority to make changes and updates in the laws concerning elections. This video follows the laws in effect in 2022. If the election does not fall within those margins, a candidate, a political party, or a group of 5 citizens living in the area where the race occurred can request a recount but must pay for the costs. In a requested recount, the requester can limit the recount to a certain number of precincts and can stop the recount at any time. The recount process happens in 2 parts, sorting and counting. The ballots are brought out of secure storage for the process. By law, recounts are conducted by precinct, so ballots must first be sorted into the different precincts. Counting itself happens in 2 steps. First, we count the number of ballots in each precinct to verify their number matches the election results. When the votes are counted, votes for each candidate are separated into different stacks, as are undervotes and overvotes. Then, each election worker and a team of 2 people counts each stack separately. Their counts must match. Once they do, they compare it to the totals that were tabulated during the election. If those numbers don't match, we find out why. In a typical election, there may be a small difference between the original count and the recount. This is why the law requires a hand recount in the closest of races. Once each precinct is counted, the results are recorded again, the ballots are placed into boxes that get sealed and then securely stored, and the final step is the elections canvassing board certifying the official results.